different song we're going to sing, and Ron Black's going to lead us in that. So I'm not going to mention what it is yet, but we will do the Pledge of Allegiance. We will do the Kiwanis Pledge as well. And Ron Black's going to do that. We'll have John Baird on the piano, and Mary Jean Bauer then will be giving the invocation. So let's go.
As you know, we're going to be doing a different song. What's happened is that we are celebrating the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States of America. And our board has decided that they would like to have us sing some different patriotic songs for the next few months. So we're going to start today with You're a Grand Old Flag. You're a Grand Old Flag originated from George M. Cohan's 1906 Broadway musical, George Washington Jr. It was first publicly performed on February 6th of 1906 in New York City. It was written as a tribute to our flag, and it became a hit right away. The title was changed from You're a Grand Old Rag to You're a Grand Old Flag. Let's sing it from the heart. We're going to sing it through twice. So if you don't get it the first time, you can come in on the second. Go ahead, John. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true for the red, white, and blue, for there's never a boast or brag. Such an old acquaintance be forgot. You're on the grand old flag. You're a grand old flag. You're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true 'neath the red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. For should old acquaintance be forgot, you're back on the grand old flag. And then let's say our pledge to that grand old flag, shall we? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And then our Kiwanis Pledge. As our country's flag signifies purity, valor, and justice, may we as true Kiwanians exemplify these virtues as we serve the children of the world. Please remain standing.
Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to gather in fellowship. Guide us to understand the wisdom and simplicity, and remind us daily of the many children in the community and throughout the world who need our help. We thank you for all you have provided us on this earth, and ask your continued blessing on those Kiwanis members present, those unable to be with us, and those no longer with us. Amen.
Amen.
No coffee for you in the morning?
You just brought me this, but I sent that all in last week.
That's good.
Good morning, Lord and
You guys
Kiwanis.
got it.
Good morning.
I'm happy this morning to introduce Crystal Hoadley. She's the executive director and one of the founders of Sunshine Supplies for Teachers. She'll be speaking to us today about spreading the sunshine to teachers. Because we have many retired teachers here in our club, we know firsthand that we have many dedicated teachers here in our school system. And we also know that they regularly spend their own money to buy classroom supplies. A lack of supplies can be a real barrier to great teaching, and that's where Crystal and her team have stepped in. They've created a wonderful outlet where teachers can get classroom supplies for free. Crystal spoke to us last year about this project, and we were so impressed that our club supported them with a $1,000 donation. The last time I stopped by the store, I noticed a Golden K Kiwanis plaque on one of the shopping carts. Please join me in welcoming Crystal.
Maybe I could just like give you this like, and you just push it.
Is it working?
There we go.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Crystal Hoadley, and I'm the Executive Director and founder of Sunshine Supplies for Teachers. We are a local nonprofit, started back in, we kind of started back in February of 2024, kind of getting everything laid out. And then we opened our doors in October of 2024. And this was kind of a crazy idea that I came up with. I was a teacher, a middle school science teacher for 19 years. And I spent a lot of money out of my own pocket. Not because, I wanted to. I really, I love teaching. I'm still in education. I am an instructional coach now for the Macon Pyatt ROE. And so I still go out into the classrooms and work with teachers on how to create lessons and kind of moral support. And as I'm going out to those classrooms, I'm seeing more and more that our teachers are needing supplies, but unfortunately with the rising costs of things, school districts are not able to provide all the things that they're wanting, and the needs of our students are greatly increasing. We have lots of students that are coming to school without supplies, and the schools, again, can only pay for so much, and then our teachers, because they have the hearts of just pure gold, are making sure that those students' needs are met. So I had this idea to start this free store because, well, there's a lot of waste in the world, and we have a lot of good people in the world as well that want to help fill the voids of the community needs. And so I started this store back in October of 2024. We ended that particular school year at 200 teachers, and currently we are at 500. So we have doubled in size, and I foresee us having maybe even more teacher members this next school year as word is spreading and teachers are seeing other teachers coming back from shopping with us and all the things that they are finding. And it's just been an amazing a journey as we have gone along here. We've been looking at our statistical information, and I'm projecting by the end of this month alone, we will have donated almost $500,000 worth of school supplies. And that is not just us, our nonprofit doing this. This is all of our community. We are so thankful for all of you, for your organization, because you have helped us so much in laying this foundation for our teachers. We have teachers that are coming from all over. Originally, we started out just Macon and Pyatt because that is our regional education service area. But we had teachers that have been contacting us from other counties. DeWitt County, we have a handful of teachers that are coming from the Clinton School District. So we opened it up just because we wanted to be fair and make sure that our teachers in Macon and Pyatt County are taken care of. We opened it up to having 50 memberships outside of Macon and Pyatt County. And so we have teachers that are coming from, even we have one that's coming from almost by Washington, Illinois, up by Peoria, that drives down once a month and gets supplies. And so we are the first of our kind in Illinois. There are 42 other nonprofits like ours. We call ourselves the Collective, and they are in all states. We were able to go and visit with them this past October in North Carolina, where we were able to kind of network with them. And a lot of these nonprofits that are like ours, there's Teachers Treasures that's in Indianapolis, they have been around for 20 plus years. And so they have a wealth of knowledge to share with us, and they're helping us network with various companies, because places like Walmart and like Walgreens and CVS, they have items that they pull from their shelves and they just get shipped away. And so we're trying to talk with these different companies and tell them, you know what, those are invaluable resources that our school districts, our teachers would love to have for their students. Let's try and work something out to keep it here in our community. So, as I was saying, we have lots of teachers that are wanting to become members, but unfortunately right now, because of how much we get in donations and monetary donations, we have to make sure that we can take care of our particular area first. And so those 50 memberships have already been filled up from outside of Macon Pike County. But just from your sponsorship alone, so you guys sponsored 10 teachers at the beginning of the school year that were, I think you wanted the criteria to be that they were like first or second year teachers. So we did a kind of like almost like not a raffle, but we had teachers that could sign up to get a chance to get one of these 10 free memberships. And so we had an outpouring of response, of course, and from that we were able to select 10 teachers, and on average, each one of those teachers receives, well, they pick out at least $300. And that is, that's like, I mean, it's probably a lot more, but if each teacher found $300 worth of things, you guys have basically put out $6,000 worth of school supplies already this year. And that's just from 10 teachers. So that's where if you are able to sponsor a teacher for $50, it's one-time fee for the school year of $50. They can come in and shop each month, and we have limits on things on our shelves so that we can make sure that we can, make sure we have enough for everybody. But teachers are able to take from every section in our store, and we've had a couple of teachers that maybe were under $100, but we have one teacher that has been with us since we opened, and she is almost at $10,000 worth of school supplies that she has found. She is an art teacher, and so she said that she just absolutely loves coming to our store because she can just look around and the ideas just start flowing of what she can do with her students, because she doesn't have that financial barrier of saying, I can't get that today because I don't have the money or the school isn't able to pay for those. So it's helping these teachers be able to generate these ideas, and our kids are the ones that are benefiting.
Not working?
Yeah. Nope. So I just kind of put on some pictures here, a variety of different supplies. So this might look like a mishmash of things, but this is our reward incentives. So teachers will go and they'll pull things from this particular area. It's right when you walk in for their prize bins. A lot of times our teachers are providing little things like stickers and squishies. I don't know if you guys have heard about the squishy craze, but the kids love these little neato things. We don't have any because you can't find them anywhere, but we try to find like little off-brands of people donating little squishies or poppets and things, little fidgets. But the teachers love this section because they're able to provide those little prize incentives for their kiddos. And those are just things people don't realize that the teachers pay for out of their own pocket. Most teachers, they will receive maybe $150 for the school year to purchase items for their classroom. And if you've ever gone to the grocery store, you know $150 goes very quickly. And then the teachers are also having to purchase these for 25 plus students. So the money runs out pretty quick. It's still not going. So he was talking about your cart sponsorship. So we have carts that have been donated by Kroger. So our teachers have legit carts when they walk in. They are so excited to pick those up. So we have a cart that has this wonderful little sign on it that says sponsored by Golden K. And so when those teachers, and they have voiced this over and over again, when they pick up that cart and they see that it's sponsored by somebody, they remember those people, those individuals, those organizations, because they need the support, and they love feeling the warmth and the support of their community, because they are facing some very challenging situations in those classrooms. And just to be able to come in and just say, here, go find some items for your students, they are absolutely loving it. So they're able to see this, that you guys sponsored, and they are so appreciative. And then next to that is, we have a health and hygiene section. So a lot of our teachers have to buy like the hand soaps and things for their classrooms. So we always make sure that we have hand soap on hand. Our students, if their basic needs are not being met at school, when they first come in especially, they're not gonna want to learn. They're not gonna be able to learn. They're worried about other things. So we do have various toiletry items that are available for teachers to pick up for their students, like deodorant, toothbrushes, toothpaste, and we have, we hear lots of feedback from our teachers when they come in, and they say how appreciative they are that they have those things, because their students come in and most often they're able to discreetly give them those items, and so they feel very much supported by their teachers, loved, and so they are ready to kind of tackle that day. We have games and puzzles, especially during the winter time. We have a lot of indoor recess. They try to take them out if it's not freezing outside to run off that energy, but we do offer games and puzzles in our store. Teachers, especially our puzzle section, some of our teachers were like, I never even had a puzzle in my classroom until I picked one up here. And I'm amazed at how kids just absolutely love doing puzzles. And they said that they will get their work done faster if they're able to go over and do this puzzle. And I'm like, that's crazy. And some of them have even bought like the hodgepodge stuff, or the Mod Podge, is that what it's called? Where they put the glue over it and they keep it as like and they hang it up in their classroom. I was like, woohoo, we did that. So we take those in donations as well. Go to the next picture. And so those are our games and our puzzles. Those are our puzzles. We get a lot of our puzzles, the ones that are down at the bottom, if you see that in the picture, the red ones. Teachers' Treasures, they get donations of puzzles from a company that's up by Chicago. And so we try to go over once a year and get a palette of puzzles from them, and the teachers absolutely love it. And then we do have, we try to make sure that we have all areas of education taken care of. So we have a music section, band, we have headphones and things like that. So up there at the top, our band teachers said that, our kiddos need things like reeds and valve, oil, and something called blue juice. I don't know, my kids are all in band and they're like, yes, we need those things. And they're like, I need $5 for a reed. But a lot of times our teachers are purchasing those items as well, because when those kids come in and they need something, we just give it to them and then say, can you possibly give me $5 for that? And sometimes they get it and sometimes they don't, unfortunately. So we try to have a variety of different things for them. And music, like the music sheets, they say they spend a lot of money on the music pieces to be able to use them. So we have our STEM and our science area. That is a pretty popular area as well. So we take anything from test tubes, beakers. Glassware is very expensive for a school to buy, and so we try to talk to various companies. If they have excess glassware, we will take it because those teachers need it. Because sometimes those kids just have a hard time holding on to those test tubes and they fall and break. So we try to have those on hand. And then we have office supplies, like office organizers. We have some wonderful companies that have donated surplus of things. Some people don't realize teachers buy don't know if you've ever seen those little stackable desks, like the paper organizers. Those are crucial in a classroom to keep yourself organized and put all the papers in. So we have a variety of those things as well. I'm just kind of showing you a menagerie if you haven't been in there. We have paint. Our art section is probably the most popular. We have pipe cleaners, we have paint, we have clay, we have markers, we just keep growing. As teachers come in, the first thing we always ask them is there anything you're looking for in particular today? So that way we can kind of guide them first to that area. But if we know that we don't have it, we write it down and we try to find that. Or if you follow our Facebook page, we'll sometimes post on there, like, we're looking for this particular item because those teachers have asked for it, and it's kind of like a one-off thing. Your wonderful organization has helped us with a variety of other things, like our open house that we had. There's a nice person there that's in attendance today. And then that's our markers. And we're always needing help. And again, you guys have helped us. Bag items. We bag our paper clips. We have some schools that don't provide the paper clips, but again, that $150 is used to buy the supplies in the classroom, and so paper clips are one of those things that sometimes the teachers have to buy, and so we make sure that we have those all packaged, and that's something that our volunteers work on. And pencils. Pencils are a definite need, and so we make sure when we package them that they are sharp, because that takes time. The teachers love already sharpened pencils. And so here we just have some pictures of when you guys presented us our sponsorship check, and then also when you guys came in and helped us during open house. But you have sponsored and helped out our international teachers as well, and we just love seeing that bond that you guys have formed with them. They are so appreciative of all of your help. When they come in and shop, I mean, they are so excited. And they're so excited and so grateful that we are helping them, because, you know, not that we don't have the heart for our first and second year teachers that are from here, but these teachers came from a whole different world of and students, like their students are different than what they were used to in their other country. And so when they come in, we are helping them devise lessons and finding the supplies that they need. And most of our volunteers have been in education, and so we have been helping them kind of create lessons. And then it's been wonderful because our other teachers that are in shopping, they start talking to each other and go like, well, what would you use that for? And they would tell them, like, oh, I would use this. And they start lesson planning, and they're having so much fun doing it. And I'm just like, this is crazy, you know? We're not just a free store. But I included this picture because this moment right here was very memorable for me. I was doing a maternity leave sub. I'm subbing for a teacher, a science teacher. And this particular teacher, he is at Morale Forsyth, Chip Wallman. And he teaches 8th grade science and then half of the 7th grade science. And he was out, you know, showing the kids, you know, things that he was catching in the retention pond. And he said, you know, we're gonna have the kids fish. And I said, really? I said, does everybody work, do you have fishing poles? Like, you know, do you have like a classroom set? And he goes, no, the kids, you know, if they've got a fishing pole, they'll bring it in. And then I've got like 5 or 6, you know, that the other ones can share. And I was thinking for my own children, they don't have a fishing pole, or they have like one of the little ones from back when they were smaller. But I just kept thinking, you know, well, usually whenever I go out fishing, it takes a little bit possibly. And then I'm thinking, so then there's probably students that are standing there just waiting, you know, and so I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna post this on our Facebook page. let's see if we can get some more fishing poles. You know, people probably have those things sitting around. And so I posted that, and within the week, we had over 25 fishing poles that had been donated. And I don't know if you could advance that. One more. Let me see. those are our international teachers there that you have sponsored, and Roberta knows one of them very well on there. Go ahead and go to the last one. So this here, these two girls, these two students, had never ever fished before. And so they had their little fishing pole and they went out there, and so we were helping them learn how to fish. And then they caught their first fish and they were so excited, you know, and I'm just like, wow. And the one was like, you know, I'm like, do you want to, you know, take it off the reel and you know, hold it for the picture? She's like, no, that's okay, we'll leave it out there. And so, but it was just such an amazing experience for them, but for me, and I'm sorry, I get teary-eyed because it's just, I'm just like just one little person, a little vessel that hopefully I can do some good in the world. But that moment for me was just inspiring, because these kids, if they're not getting the experience in the classroom, they might not ever get that experience. And so what these people donated, these fishing poles that were just sitting in their garage that they weren't using, these kids turned them into a memorable experience that they're never going to forget. And so turning items that you think don't matter much to you and donating to us, these teachers are being able to create these experiences, and it's just, you know, like it's just, I don't know, it's just something where we can do so many good things just by donating a few things and helping out our teachers. Because our teachers are amazing, and they're doing amazing things in their classrooms, and they're taking care of our kids. Some of our kids don't even see their parents at night. One of the things that we've been dealing with is food insecurities. We've got a lot of kids that come to school hungry, and so our teachers have been picking up granola bars and things like that. We've got a section in our store that has non-perishable food items that we go weekly over to Kroger in Mount Zion. Jeff Tate helps us out, and we get they're kind of like the boxes that are like dinged up or whatever that don't look so pretty on the shelf, but we'll go there weekly and pick up items for them to put on our shelf, and our teachers pick those up because those kids come in, and some of our schools have food programs or breakfast programs, but some of them do not. They don't meet the requirements, so our teachers are making sure that they have things for them. And so it's just one of those things where we're just trying to take care of everybody and make sure that those kids have a good foundation and making sure their futures are brighter. And you guys have helped tremendously with that this year. Again, we are so grateful for all of you and helping us out. And we hope that we continue in this wonderful partnership. Do you have something, Andrew?
So, are there questions?
Yes.
We have one from the mic.
I don't really have a question, but I've been retired from the music business for about 10 years, and it's so exciting to hear the term blue juice.
Yeah.
And second of all, I enjoyed right at the beginning, you had a kiosk picture of your awards or prizes. That's ours, that old beaten up shoebox, that's our prize box. So, quite a bit of difference.
I tell you, the kids love the little prize boxes, you know, and it's just, you know, whatever. Sometimes those things they don't get at home, so.
A comment for me, yes, I know, well, we know several of them very well. Marty and I transport to the Sunshine Store at least once a month. And I think charity's probably at about $3,000 in particular. But the one thing that you didn't mention, and that is they talk about, the kids want to know when they are going back to the store.
Yes.
Because they know when they've been to the store, new stuff comes into the room.
Yes.
And I actually had Charity's kids tell me one time, we have everything in our room. So the kids notice too.
Yeah, we have some teachers that will tell their students, you know, we're going to the store, the Sunshine Store, And so then they will keep, because we have just boxes that they can put their supplies in once they do checkout. And so then the teachers take it in and they do like an unveiling and unboxing, and they show them all the stuff that they pick up, and the kids are like, yeah! You know, it's pretty exciting.
I was really impressed with your store. We took some things out there to donate. Do you have to pay rent at that store? Or?
Yeah, so that's our biggest hurdle, is that our rent is $3,000 a month.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so all of our workers were all volunteer. We don't have a paid staff at all. So everybody is volunteer. So right now that's our biggest hurdle, is just making sure that we have enough money to pay our rent.
I just wanted to mention, you have been among the biggest supporters that we have for our Little Libraries project.
Oh, yes, that's
And
it.
keeping the 8 little libraries that we have through town supplied with books, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Aw.
Where's your store located?
It is at the Hickory Point Mall in Forsyth.
Okay.
It's in the old Curlins.
Okay, is there a list of items that you might provide us with?
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got a list
okay,
up here,
great,
but
okay.
I'm telling you, that is just a
That's
drop in the bucket.
There you go. Good description.
Because we have been able to, we've had some people that have donated office furniture, because some of our schools, they need new furniture and it's kind of like, would you rather spend money on making sure that the kids have textbooks and things like that, or do you need a new office desk? And
What condition do things have to be? Is it brand new or gently used, or how would you
yeah,
describe it?
new or gently used. So we do a pretty good job. Like, our volunteers will go through, the donations and make sure that they're in good working order. Because we have had some puzzles that might have a couple pieces missing from time to time. If they're like 5,000 pieces, our volunteers are like, I don't know what to do here. We're just hoping for the best. Yeah.
For some reason, that brought to mind teachers.
That's right. Go ahead.
Okay, you said you have 500 teachers. Is there a cost for them to be a member?
It's a one-time yearly fee of $50.
Do you have any sponsorships?
Yes, so you can sponsor a teacher. So if you know a teacher and you want to sponsor their membership, you can do it that way. Or we have some people that just donate a particular amount and say, I would like to donate, this amount and sponsor, 10 teachers. And so we can do that as well. And so we do have some teachers that'll reach out and say, I can't afford the membership fee right now, and so then we will kind of put that towards their memberships. But we try to work with teachers as much as possible, because we know that when they get the supplies they need, the kids are the ones that are benefiting from it.
Question on it. I have some e-readers.
Yeah.
Is that something you take? I mean, we just updated them, they work.
Yep.
So
We take tablets, as long as they're updated and still able to work. I'm not a tech guru. I can do some things, but trying to update software and things like that, I'm not the best at, but, and we are limited on time. But yes, if you ever have any technology things that you want to donate, keyboards, those kinds of things we take as well. Yeah.
Okay, so it's $50 per year, and then is there a limit on how many times they can come in and how much they can get?
So they can come in once a month, and so when they sign up, it creates an account for them on our website. And so I go and I post the shopping dates. There's usually 6 shopping dates a month, And so then they can pick their date and their time that they're gonna come in, and then when they come in, they can shop from all of the sections, but each section has a limit. So they can take like 2 boxes of markers a month, and then we do have sometimes if people have donated more, then we can up the limit on the things that they can take, yeah. But like I said, we have a teacher that's been with us since the beginning, and she's almost at $10,000. Which is great, because I can only imagine what those kids are. I know, is that crazy? I don't know.
Well, thank you.
Crystal, thank you so much for what you do for our teachers and for the children. We have this certificate of appreciation for you, and we have this golden Kiwanis pen, which is for you, but if you need to put it on your shelves at the store, that's up to you. Okay.
Okay, I've got 2 announcements I want to make here before we turn it over to Dick. The first one is I forgot to mention that James Watson passed away on April 13th, so that was last week. And May 9th, there will be a celebration of his life at the Tabor School of Business. Gary, did you have a obituary for him? Oh, okay, got it up there. I wasn't able to find that, so anyway, I wanted to mention that. The other thing is that we had our kite day last Saturday, and it was, I think, very successful. I wish we could have traded Friday for Saturday as far as the weather concerned, because it was a little brutal out there. We had sunshine, so that was good, but it rained the night before, so the field was a little spongy in places, to say the least. But we think we had around 50 families out there coming and going.
60.
And, yeah, and
60 kids.
60 kids, okay, great. And Karen did a lot of the organizing. We had ice cream for the kids. We had popcorn from the early bird group, and water for them, and lots of kites. You know how many kites we gave away, Karen?
We went through 73 kites, but we had several grown-up kids flying kites all over.
Yeah, I mean, it was a whole family there.
And that's how I came up with the estimate about approximately 60 kids.
Wow. Yeah, it was really, really neat, in spite of the cold wind. But I enjoyed really putting them together for the kids, and then the kids were coloring them and then going out and flying them with their parents. So I thought it was a very, very good day. And those of you that participated, would you stand up for a minute? Because there's a lot of you guys and gals that worked on that, and it was just super. Okay, well, I'll turn it over to Dick.
Good morning, all. Well, we got a word for you today. And zoanthropy. Zoanthropy, and I'll give you a hint ahead of time that this is a condition that a person might have. It's a condition a person might have. I'm sorry. Addicted to going to the zoo. You're in the right area, okay? Yes, sir.
It's a person who's very capable of imitating animals.
Well, we're in the neighborhood. We're close to getting there, yeah.
Would a cat lady fall into this category?
Probably.
And a person who loves pets?
Oh, I thought you were gonna nail it on the head.
A person who imitates animals.
Boy, you're right there. Ron?
A person who thinks they are an animal.
That's it, right there, you got it. Okay, come on up, Ron. We haven't had the wheel up for a while.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, give her a spin. Number 2. Drink canister with a metal one. Okay, all right. And we've got a special edition today. So it also comes with a free membership to the Afro-American Cultural and Genealogical Society. All right. I won't be here next week, so I won't give you a word, but Tom will be here, and you know his background's in science, so he'll probably give you a formula that you have to work on.
Work to do.
Yeah. All right, I'd like to have everybody stand up. Okay, I want you to find somebody to stand next to, somebody that you don't know well, and do not introduce yourself when you get there. And let's see if we can, in 60 seconds, have everybody paired up. Okay. Looks good, looks good. All right, now, here's your next. All right, here's your next direction.
30 years.
You are to each introduce yourself to the other one and tell them something good that has happened to you most recently. Each person has 1 minute to do this, so within 2 minutes that the two of you have introduced yourselves to each other. And listen closely to what each other says, okay?
I want to tell you, Irene.
All right. All right. Over. Okay, time's up. All right. Now, next direction is for each pair to find another pair so that there are 4 of you together. Let's just do that. And then stay together and find another pair.
You got us.
Okay, now here's your next direction. Now, your direction this time is you are to introduce to the other members of your group the person that you just met. Okay, so you're going to take the original partner that you have, you're going to introduce that person to the others and also share with them what the good event, good news, whatever it was, that person said it happened to them recently, okay? So you'll have 4 minutes for each of you to do this.
Hi. Oh, yes.
Mike was telling me about his grandkids coming over to the yard and sit and play because we were neighbors.
Usually my grandson, they don't know when the day's up. So it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's 4 or 5 o'clock when they only have a half hour, so they gotta be somewhere. Now my granddaughter and her boyfriend, when they showed up, within 5 minutes when they said they were gonna eat it, that's pretty much. And just cut the grass. I said, hey, I'll buy you dinner along with this.
That's my stepson. The same way. He'll be there at noon and about 2 o'clock.
So how about you guys? Well, that's good. Yeah. Well, you might. I tell you what, I got my granddaughter, just graduated high school, was home study. She graduated grandson, right about Hill Bar with a job. So that's good news, especially for his parents. That's help get him off the table. That's a big
All right, time is up. All right. You have now learned information about 3 people who are members of this club, probably information that you didn't know before, okay? So thanks for taking part and return to your seats. All right, Marty, let's go. Come on. All right. Well, I want to thank all of you for that, and also for as we made some adjustments this morning and all. I want to thank Ron Blackford, our new music organization, and also Gary. We put him to the test this morning with all kinds of changes on the computer stuff, so thanks to you guys. As I mentioned last week, I'm going to share a little bit of information each week about the survey findings. One of the things that came up is that a number of members expressed an interest in having more one-day type service projects. They gave some examples and mentioned projects like the roadside trash pickup, and we're looking for possibly us to design some other service activities where, as one person put it, you go, you do it, and it's done. But people also mentioned the Farm Progress Show as kind of falling into the same category, where people said, you know, you sign up, you go, you do it, it's completed, you go home. And so we're looking at that to see how we might organize some things. Another suggestion in the service area was that we might try to do a service project during a meeting. So we're looking at those ideas as well, and thanks to everybody who contributed to that information. So, all right. Linda, I think we're ready for attendance.
Yes, today we have 55 members present, 1 speaker for a total of 56.
All right, thank you. Roberta, health report.
Marsha Akhtar had to have a little more surgery yesterday, but it was outpatient. She's home and it went well, so that's good news. Doug Warren is also at home, but is waiting on an appointment probably to Northwestern as an outpatient sometime soon. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Birthdays and anniversaries, Kevin.
All right, birthdays and anniversaries from 4/26 through 5/2. We have a couple. First of all, on the 25th, Kristen Hargrove. Very nice young lady. On the 29th, Susan Summit. Boy, she's a young one. Let's sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you. Happy birthday to you.
No anniversaries. And I'm running low on Bob Hope quotes, so I'm going to throw something else out. There was an Indian couple that had immigrated to the States, and they had a young son who was in grade school. And one day he came home from school and says, Mom? Well, actually, he was looking kind of troubled, and his mom asked him, what's your problem, son? And he said, Mom, today they asked me what my pronoun was. And his mom looked at him, a little startled, and grabbed him by the shoulders and said, Son, you're Indian. Your pronoun is doctor.
Okay. Announcements. Kyle?
Good morning. Like I promised last week, we're on our countdown to the golf outing, and I do want to touch base and remind everybody, we still have envelopes to distribute for the whole sponsors. Next week will be the last week we'll have the envelopes out. After that, we will be mailing. So I just think it's better if we can distribute it, make a little personal contact, maybe wear a Kiwanis capper shirt when you do it. Silent auction items. We're always looking for silent auction items. It's probably the second biggest way we raise funds for the golf items. So please think of ways we can come up with some silent auction items. Don't forget, if you're not a golfer, we will have the dinner and auction afterward. Starting next week, we're going to start selling 50-50 tickets and dinner tickets for the golf item. So please think about it. Again, this is our largest fundraiser. This is what helps us to do stuff like the sunshine and all the other things we contribute and help with. The next thing I want to talk about is I'm going to try to organize an adopt-a-street in May. I'm shooting for May, first part hopefully. And I'm going to maybe try to steer it away from doing it on the weekend. It seems like we have a lot of stuff going on the weekend. Maybe we'll try to shoot for a Friday. So people who have helped me with the Adopt-a-Street, if you would touch base with me and kind of give me a feel if you think I should stay with the weekend or if I should move it to a weekday, I would appreciate it. The last thing I have to talk about is the Early Bird Kiwanis 2026 Spring Teach a Kid to Fish. Herb Dreyer has a schedule for it. It's going to start actually tomorrow. There's a bunch of different dates. There's sheets over by Linda with the schedule for it. And what it does is it helps kids in different grade schools. And it's a lot of fun, actually. It's out at Fairview Park at Dreamland Lake. So if you're interested in doing something like that, please pick up one of these schedules. And again, it's a lot of fun. Thank you.
Okay, Susan Ray. No? Okay, all right. Ron Black.
Macon Resources is having their annual field day on May 7th, 2026. It starts with an award ceremony at 12 noon, followed by a barbecue lunch, basketball game, ice cream party, kickball game, snacks, games, and an afternoon of fun. They're looking for people to come out and support them. If you're interested, I've got all the details right here.
Okay, thank you. Kevin?
Charles asked me to announce this. There's a sign-up sheet over on the table. Rock Springs is having their Festival of Spring this Saturday, and he desperately needs some help. He'd appreciate it.
Okay. All right. I think that covers my end of things and more. So, Ron?
put a plug in for that Festival of Spring this Saturday. So I think they only had 2 people signed up over there, so we need some more people to sign up to help park cars over there. So be sure and do that if you can. I got 2 thank you notes. One is from St. John's Foundation. Dear Golden K Kiwanis, we have received your annual donation. It's wonderful to see and feel your continued support to HSHS St. John's Children's Hospital. Thank you for your kindness and belief in our mission. Signed, Mary Rogers, and we gave $1,500 for that. The other one is from Baby Talk, and thank you for supporting Baby Talk's mission of positively impact children development by nurturing healthy and responsive relationships during the critical early years. Your gift enables Baby Talk professionals to come alongside families to connect, engage, focus on strengths, and reflect on family goals together. Your generous donation of $500 will impact Baby Talk families this year and further to reach into the community. So and that's signed by Rachel Stroh. So two people then that organizations that we sponsor. So we're ready for the 50-50.
We received $75 today, $37 to admin, and $38 to start a new pot. And the last 3 digits, 221.
221. Rig.
No winner.
Okay, turns over then until next week. Happy Chug, who's happy? Okay.
I'm putting in $2 for Crystal being here. The Sunshine Store has been a big part of our lives in the last year, and the teachers really appreciate it. And the other 2 are for Karen and Kite Day. I know it was a lot of work for her, but we took 2 African little boys to Kite Day, and they had a great time flying their kites.
All right, good. Jan?
Okay, I'm just happy. Saturday was a great day. The weather could have been a little bit warmer, but at least we had wind and the kites flew and all the kids had fun. And like I said, we had several grown-up kids out there having fun flying kites also. It was a really great day. I was really proud of everybody who showed up and helped out.
I like those penguin kites, boy, they flew well.
I also want to contribute $2 for my granddaughters who had a fantastic time flying penguin kites at Kite Day, and their grandpa and dad enjoyed it too. But what tops it off, the 5-year-old got up the next morning, and the first thing she said on Sunday was, "Can we go to Kite Day next year?"
Okay, great.
I'm happy for, yesterday I got to go on a field trip with the 5th graders from South Shore School doing Springfield to the Lincoln's Home and Memorial, and the kids were absolutely perfect. It was wonderful.
Wow, good deal.
I have $3 to put in for Karen and her outstanding work on Kite Day. I was there for a total of 2.5 minutes.
because that's the story of my volunteer work with the Golden K. But it was beautifully organized and set up and cold and windy. So next year I'm going to try again.
Yeah, I got a couple dollars for Kite Day. It was a wonderful time, and it was wonderful how many parents were there and participated with their kids. And it was wonderful just watching them color those kites and fly. And we didn't have very many disasters.
No hung up in the trees.
I got $2 to celebrate his birthday and for all the birthday cards I got.
I have one golden coin, dollar coin. On Monday, I discovered a place where a lot of people hang out for coffee, including Dan. And so I contribute my one golden dollar coin with a picture of George, not to be confused with the shrub, to the fund.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick in $1 for my winning the Charlie Brown Award, because I'm the one that stuck a kite in the tree.
Oh, must have gotten that one.
Yes, I'm happy. I want to thank Karen for everything she did for the Kite Day. It was good to get out there and see everybody. I want to thank the early birds for everything they did. Got to see some of my good friends over there. Also want to thank Crystal for everything that she's doing. She was great to work with. I worked with her on some equipment, and she was really great to work with. So.
Yes, my donation. It seems as though an awful lot of people have seen me on TV. Even if it is a picture from about 5 or 6 years ago, and I didn't know about it, but thank you.
I'm thankful that my head is healing well, and I get my staples out tomorrow. So.
Well, I enjoyed the Kite Day last Saturday, and my tennis shoes are dried out. And thank you to Crystal for the store, and I got to meet Abraham from one of the teachers from Kenya.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I wanted to say thank you, Dick, for coming up with these unusual ideas for us to get to know each other better. It's delightful. I've made an effort to do that over the years by sitting at different tables, but it's not adequate. The other is thank you to Crystal, I think that's correct. When I read your name on the board, it brought back a memory, so I'm going to tell you secrets about me and my husband. We did triathlons for about 10 years, and Kevin Hoadley, and I don't know if he's a relation or not, but he did them as well. And the third one is because I can't remember what the third one was.
Okay, very good. Anyone else?
Yeah, over here. First of all, I'd like to say thanks to Karen for the great job. It was awesome. I hope we continue to do that. We can't let the weather discourage us any. It was fun. I think the kids had fun. I also found a roll of Gorilla Tape. Everybody left and we were cleaning it up. If somebody brought it out there, I have it. Thank you.
Yeah, we even had popcorn out there, and from the early birds. Who did that? Charles? Chuck. Well, Charles. Yeah, he did a great job. Okay, anyone else? Okay, our storyteller then, Ron Black.
don't know if you heard her, she said that that was her father-in-law.
Yeah.
Okay? Hey, as you know, we're getting toward the travel season, and I thought that this story would fit. A woman and a lawyer were seated next to each other on a flight from Los Angeles to New York. The lawyer asked if she would like to play a fun game. The woman, tired, just wanted to take a nap, politely declined, and rolled over toward the window to catch a few winks. The lawyer persisted. And he explained that the game is easy and a lot of fun. He explained, I ask you a question, if you don't know the answer, you give me $5. And then vice versa. You ask me a question, I give you $5 if I don't know the answer. Again, she declines and tries to get some sleep. The lawyer, now agitated, says, okay, if you don't know the answer, you pay me $5. And if I don't know the answer, I will pay you $500. This catches the woman's attention. And figuring there will be no end to this torment unless she plays, she agrees to the game. The lawyer asks the first question. What's the distance from the earth to the moon? The woman doesn't have a clue, doesn't say a word, reaches into her purse and pulls out a $5 bill and hands it to the lawyer. Okay, says the lawyer, your turn. She asked the lawyer, what goes up a hill with 3 legs and comes down with 4 legs? The lawyer, puzzled, takes out his laptop computer and searches his references. No answer. He taps into the airphone with his modem and searches the net and Library of Congress. No answer. Frustrated, he sends an email to all his friends and co-workers to no avail. After an hour, he wakes the woman up and hands her $500. The woman says thank you and turns back to get some more sleep. The lawyer, who is more than a little miffed, wakes the woman and asks, well, what's the answer? Without saying a word, the woman reaches into her purse and gets $5 and hands it to
him. Pretty good deal. Okay, well, next week we're going to have Linda Bowles. She's the past president of Decatur Quilters Guild, and she is going to talk about Decatur Quilter Guild's trunk show. So I think it will be quite interesting. My wife will probably want to come. So we are Golden K Kiwanis. We enjoy changing the world for the better by serving children and others. And we are adjourned.